There comes a time in every man's life where you must learn to stand and fight. Today, we're going to be going over some of the basics of playing with bots. I myself am still learning how to play bots effectively, but I have learned a couple things along the way that I want to share with you guys. First up is the Resurrection bot. It is one of the most powerful units you can build early on. It is versatile, especially early game, because you can suck up either organic material for extra energy, or you can suck up rocks and minerals for extra metal. This can give you a huge advantage early on in your metal income, and if wind drops down, you can still fund your army and production. Do not underestimate the power of a Resurrection bot. And that doesn't even get into the late game where they become even more useful, which we will be checking out later. No matter what type of factory you build, you're gonna want some early scouting units to defend your front line. This is important because they're mobile and able to catch up to any raids that might happen. After you've secured your front line, you can start to build units like rocket bots, centurions, or plasma bots to hold that front location. I often recommend having a raiding party try to slip through the cracks and do some damage on the economy. This doesn't always work, but it can end up turning out pretty well for you. Mobility is one of the largest advantages that bots have over other units. Make sure that you abuse it, and if it ends up working out, capitalize on it as quickly as possible. Raiding should always be a priority. You have to remember that bots are actually weaker than vehicles in most scenarios. So if you get the chance to damage their economy, that can give you an advantage over your enemy, even if they go for vehicles. The fact that bots are weaker does mean that they don't cost quite as much to produce. This means you can spread the map with different varieties of units much easier than vehicles can. Try to take advantage of using the rocket bots to take out light laser towers, and then push in with your heavier units and raiding units to start to attack their actual forces. If you use them carefully, you can actually snipe the towers without taking any damage. Now, with rocket bots, keep in mind, they fire indiscriminately. They will shoot directly at your units if there is an enemy in front. This is why I recommend, if you are using rocket bots, to have them on one side of the battle and then have your other forces on the other side of the battle, so that you can kind of do a pincer maneuver on the center of where you're trying to attack. This will limit the amount of friendly fire that you give to yourself and maximize the damage that you can give to the enemy. Now, this is where the Resbots come in again. There's three main jobs that they have on the front line. The first is to repair the units after they have been in combat. This is why having slightly tankier units can be nice as bots, because you can repair them faster and they have more health to stay alive longer on the front line. The second is to reclaim all the metal that is left on the battlefield. This really should be done only in a pinch, or if you're getting ready to transition to T2. Reclaiming metal is something that is a bit faster than resurrecting, and if you're not sure if you can hold the reclaim field very long, definitely get those resbots up there to eat as much as they can before you have to fall back. If you end up holding the reclaim fields for an extended period of time, you can go in with your resurrection bots and start to res all of the units that you previously destroyed and that were destroyed on your team as well. This will multiply your army, and it's like having a bunch of mini factories on the front line. I have seen games where people have scaled extremely well just by having some res bots. Following some of these basic tips will give you a large advantage when you're starting out with bots. Keep practicing, keep learning, and you'll become a pro in no time. I hope at least some of these were helpful, and I know I didn't cover everything, but hopefully this is a good place to start, and you'll learn as you go. I hope you guys have been enjoying this video, and if you have enjoyed everything that I've made so far, definitely subscribe. It helps out the channel a ton, and as always, I will see you on the battlefield.